This is day 143 of Zohar Pshat, and we are on Daf Yud Zayin Rav in the second paragraph. The Chachmasa de Moshe, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines down in the second paragraph. Chachmasa de Moshe, Baha. Chachma Moshe is in the following. He looked actually into this Parsha Brachus in order to understand his Machlokes of Korach. U'u the Brachus Ashkach. The Brachus in order to understand. Bu'u the Brachus, in the case of Brachus, have a Machlokes Shmola B'Yamina. This Machlokes left and right. As I explained yesterday, left is where the Machlokes takes place. And therefore is in contradiction to the right, where everything is bachdus. For Machlokes is there by smaller, in that Machlokes in which the left arises, nothing by Gehinnom, as we said yesterday, Gehinnom arises because friction brings to Machlokes leads to Gehinnom. Is that by Amudah dem Tzisa. But there's a way in which to deal with Machlokes, which is through the Amudah dem Tzisa, the middle pillar, which of course we said in Bas is Tiferes. But here it means obviously a way in which the Chasodim and Gvuros can harmonize together. The unity and disunity can find a way to work together. The Yom Lisoi, now it's the third day. Now this is very cryptic. I didn't see anybody explain this in a way which helped. But I think this is referring to the Pasuk in Hosea, Perek Vav Pasuk Beis. It says, Chuv Nashuva, Pasuk Av says, Chuv Nashuva Hashem, Ki Tarafi Yerpeo Yachbi Shenu. Hashem is going to heal us. Yichayenu miyomayim. He's going to resurrect us from the first 2 days. By Yom HaShlishi Kimenu Michel Farav. On the third day, he's going to sustain us, and we're going to live in front of him. So we know the third day is Biosam Kavim. Third day is when the pain gets the worst. But then also, after the sickness comes, the third day is the worst pain. That's when the turnaround begins. So the Ibn Ezra there seems to allude to that. If you look at the Ibn Ezra there in Hosea Perek Vav Pasuk Beis. So the idea is that there's one is not yet divided. 2 is divided. 3 is when it gets really bad but can start turning around. And therefore the Yom Amudah dem Tzisa represents the third day, where although there's a tremendous amount of pain at first, you can start slowly healing from there and rising from the devastation which will happen as a result of the first 2 days. So the Yom Chlisah is the third day. O Benayu comes within the 2. Ba'arvish Machlokes and separates the Machlokes by asking the train citron. In other words, the Machlokes is no longer a Machlokes against. The friction can be a friction. Can have friction internally, but that it's worse when that friction attacks the unity, right? So there is the friction which is inherent in having things separated, but then it attacks unity. But there can be harmony. In other words, the one unity can then undergo categorization, which can lead to enhanced unity, because once you understand the parts, you can work together with them and make unity and bring about a higher form of unity. Not the unity before differentiation, which is easy, but unity after differentiation, which is much harder. The Amudah dem Tzisa, the harmony, is connecting after you have the division to connect back together again. So that harmony is what works together. And in the first bracha in Shema Esrei, Zohar Chazdei Avos means the Avos brought harmony to the world. They took all the disparate parts of the world, and the Ches of the Avos was not to take things which are undifferentiated, but to take differentiated things and bring harmony and bring kedusha into the world. So that is the Yom Chlisoi Obenav Avish Machlokes asking the train citron. Gehinnom is a tata, and that pushes Gehinnom away. Gehinnom is submerged, because we took the differentiation and made all the disparate parts work together in harmony. Tiferes is also often translated as harmony. Usmali is kala b'yamina, and the left is included in the right. V'aba shalom b'kula kigavna. There would be shalom in everything. Oh, so gigavna da. In this manner, Machlokes korach b'Aaron smali b'yamina. Moshe would have tried to deal with the Machlokes of Korach against Aaron in this classic small Yamin divide and bring harmony to the two. That's the next step. How Moshe actually used Ma'aser Bereishis in an attempt to deal with the Machlokes Korach Vadaso. Didn't help, but there was an attempt. Okay, that's what we'll come to next.